I'm exploring the Philippines, over 7,000 tropical islands scattered in the Pacific. A land of volcanoes, 23 of them are still active. The country has some of the world's most awe-inspiring coral reefs. On them, I'll meet sensational sharks, lethal catfish, sprinting trevally, and a gentle giant. I'll go eye to eye with a venomous sea crate and discover terra firma is spectacular too, the Chocolate Hills. I'll scour the lowlands and mountain tops for remarkable animals. There's pint-sized primates, fabulous flyers, and colossal colonies.
This is awe-inspiring.
I'll meet unique creatures, Philippine sailfins, charismatic cockatoos.
Oh, look at them.
The world's rarest crocodile.
Hey.
And the tallest eagle on Earth. My first stop, the most northerly province in the Philippines, Batanes. It's famed for boulder beaches made of cooled volcanic magma. The boulders are loaded with strontium, a substance so radioactive, Geiger counters sound a warning here. The province is a group of 10 islands. I'm on Batan, 20 kilometers long. It's the second largest island. These rolling hills are unlike any other landscape in the Philippines.
I've come to Batanes to soak up this wonderful scenery. This area is called the Marlborough Hills. It reminds me of Cornwall back in the UK. But I'm also here in search of a colossal crustacean and a very special snake.
I won't find them in the grasslands. They prefer cooler hangouts. I'm about to enter a man-made habitat that's ideal for the snakes I'm searching for. The Dipsnay Supwan Tunnel. Islanders were forced to excavate it as a bolt hole for the Japanese, who occupied these islands in World War II.
It's much cooler, more clammy inside the tunnel. Perfect conditions for the snake that I'm seeking. Some of the locals have said there's a big one using this tunnel as a lair.
But where's the snake? The tunnel extends for 250 meters.
There she is. What a beauty. Stands out like a sore thumb. Ooh, gotta be careful here. This is a full-grown adult. A beautiful McGregor's pit viper. This is a nice-sized female. The males are much smaller. A classic pit viper. You can see the deep pits between the eye and the nostril. The snake can detect the body heat of its prey in pitch darkness. He's also having a look at me, seeing a thermal image of my body. Most of the other Philippine pit vipers are green, but McGregor's, only found here in the province of Batanes, comes in a whole variety of colours. Yellow like this is the commonest form, but you can get pink ones, white ones. They've got quite a toxic venom. I wouldn't like to be bitten by this snake, but as you can see, she's very docile, not trying to strike at me. She wants to save that precious venom for her prey. The exquisite McGregor's pit viper. Magnificent. Let's let you go now. Wonderful.
Meeting this rare pit viper, only found here, was the first part of my mission. My second objective is finding a crustacean the size of a small dog. I'll search for it near the Basco Lighthouse tomorrow. In this part of the island there's many palm trees, which is ideal because I'm after a coconut connoisseur that shins up trunks like these to cut down coconuts. The tree climber is a gigantic crab. You often find them hiding in a rock face in this patch of forest. During the day, cracks and crevices in the rock provide the crabs with humidity and security.
Ah, there's one.
And it's not that small.
Gotta be careful. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to get pinched. Got you! Wow! Look at this! The largest land invertebrate, a coconut crab. They can grow huge with a leg span that exceeds a metre. Coconut crabs get their name because they can husk and break into a coconut with their pincers. They then delicately eat the flesh inside. They're champion weightlifters too. A coconut crab can lift a rock weighing 28 kilos, an equivalent weight to a 10-year-old boy. Even though they're well adapted to living on the land, they still rely on visiting the ocean. Females have to go there to lay their eggs. Once the young have hatched, they float around in the sea for a month or so before coming ashore. Unfortunately, they're getting rarer on many tropical islands because they're a delicacy, and the big ones are hunted for their flesh. If they're not eaten, coconut crabs can live for over 40 years. I hope this one has a long and fruitful life. There we are.
This crab will molt once a year for the rest of its life. The new carapace can take up to 3 weeks to fully harden. Batanes is only 190 kilometres from Taiwan. It's a long way north from the rest of the Philippines, so I have a 2-hour flight to reach my next destination. I'm heading south down the archipelago for around 1,000 kilometres to reach the 7th largest island in the Philippines, Mindoro. Mount Apo National Park is home to a rare buffalo. The Manyang tribe help protect them. These men are pounding taro. Some of their friends will help me reach the Tamarau. While we get ready, a macaque looks on.
I've come to Mount Apo National Park to encounter the largest land mammal in the Philippines. It also happens to be one of the rarest mammals on Earth. To meet them, we've got a 5-hour hike.
Our expedition to Tamarau country begins. Soon there's a river to cross. Using this rope bridge will keep my boots dry, but there's a price to pay. It's pretty precarious up here. Balancing like this is a real workout. Made it. Upwards and onwards through forests of dipterocarp trees and groves of bamboo. It's 40 degrees and very humid, but the porters aren't even breaking into a sweat.
This is tough going. Even though I've got the lightest pack, I'm really starting to feel this.
Thankfully, the hike flattens out as we cross a grassland plateau. We're halfway to the last stronghold of the Tamarau, or Mindoro dwarf buffalo. There's only a few of them left. They live in small herds in the uplands. Whew, what a climb. We've reached the ranger station 900 metres up. With the heat and humidity, that's the hardest hike I've done in many years. But it's the only way to see Tamarau in the wild. Thanks, guys. Jenna, the ranger, hopes to show them to me tomorrow. The Tamarau became rare because of hunting, habitat loss and diseases from domestic cattle. The ones that remain are so precious, rangers keep a constant check on them. Jenna takes me to where a small group were seen yesterday.
This is a good place to see them.
OK, so we settle down here and scan this area.
Tamarau country, patches of forest and lush grassland.
There they are.
Oh, yes. There's mothers and calves.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. 5 Tamarau have materialised out of the forest. The other name for Tamarau is Pygmy buffalo. They're really tiny. They just stand a metre tall at the shoulder. Calves have reddish-brown fur. They'll lose that when they're about 5 years old. Critically endangered, there's only around 400 Tamarau left in the world.
It's hoped there will be 600 by 2020.
Thank you so much, Jenna.
You're welcome.
Lovely to see them.
You only find Tamarau on Mindoro, but water buffalo are found everywhere. On Luzon, they star in a festival in Pulilan. Weighing up to a ton, water buffalo were first domesticated in India over 5,000 years ago. Today, in the Philippines, there are around 3.5 million of them. Called carabao by the Filipinos, they rest with their owners before the Pulilan festival. Water buffalo are really impressive. They can have horns 1.5 meters across. These docile creatures often become part of the family.
On May the 14th, every year, carabao take part in an extraordinary festival in Pulilan, in Luzon. There's over 1,000 of them here, getting ready for an amazing procession.
The carabao must really look their best. Some have been in training since they were young calves to kneel down in honour of Saint Isidore. The town of Pulilan is close to the Philippine capital, Manila, so big crowds come here to watch the procession. The Carabao Festival honours the patron saint of farmers, Saint Isidore. A lot of imagination goes into the carts. This carabao pulls a holy transformer cart. After 2 kilometres, the procession reaches the church of San Isidro. The farmers are here to show their gratitude to the saint for harvests gone by. Some of their carabao are even painted with colourful religious scenes. At the procession's finale, the carabao slowly and precisely kneel in front of the church as a tribute to Saint Isidore. This carabao is a veteran. He has knelt at the festival since he was a calf. As water buffalo can live up to 40 years, he'll experience the hustle and bustle of many more festivals to come. I stay on the island of Luzon, travelling from Pulilan to Legazpi, a town in the shadow of Mount Mayon, the world's most symmetrical volcanic cone. It soars skyward for some 2,460 metres. I'm sure to have a brilliant adventure here. That assessment is right on the money, literally so, because if you look at the Filipino 100 peso note, there's a picture of Mount Mayon, an active volcano. Its most violent eruption was in 1814, when Cagsawa was buried under a sea of molten lava. The town's ruined church still stands today. As well as this powerful force of nature, there's another natural wonder on the 100 peso note. A whale shark. I've seen Mount Mayon, now I need to meet the largest species of fish on Earth. Whale sharks draw me and thousands of tourists to Donsol, a fishing village close to Mount Mayon. The local economy is boosted by the visitors that come to Donsol to see the giant fish in summer. Many of the fishermen are now experts at spotting whale sharks from their outriggers. I'm on my way to board a boat now. The whale sharks feed on plankton close to shore. We search for them in the shadow of Mount Mayon. The bamboo rigging provides a high vantage for spotting the sharks.
They've got one. Get ready. We're going to try to get ahead of it.
The whale shark is cruising close to the surface, but at any moment it could dive out of sight. I drop in right on top of it. It looks massive, but it's only half grown, some 6 meters long. The giant cruises at around 5 kilometers an hour. I can just about keep up. If I could remember these markings, I could identify this individual in future. Every whale shark has a unique pattern of spots and stripes. Out of breath, I surface with Mount Mayon on the skyline behind me.
Oh, that really was right on the money. A whale shark in the shadow of a volcano. The light playing around its body, that pattern of polka dots on its back. It was a brief encounter, but a wondrous one.
From Donsol, I head into the interior of Luzon to the Sierra Madre Mountains in the province of Quezon. These forested slopes are home to some fabulous creatures that I'm itching to meet. For one of them, I'll hike high up into the mountains. Others are close to my base in the Bangkong Kahoy Field Study Centre. I have some help here. I've joined up with members of the Philippine Tarantula Society and my friend, Dondi Carrillo. We're searching for anything that moves, but a Quezon blue, a very special tarantula in particular. We'll leave no stone unturned until we find one.
I got something here.
What have you got, Jai? Oh, yes.
It's a dwarf orange-legged tarantula.
A dwarf orange-legged tarantula is pretty special too.
Can I hold her?
Yeah.
I adore these tarantulas in miniature. There's a wide variety of dwarf tarantulas here in the Philippines. The smallest is only the size of my little fingernail. Let me let this one go. Great, well done.
I wonder what other goodies will turn up.
Ah, Dundee snake! Oh, I nearly got away.
Wow.
It's a calamaria, isn't it?
Calamari gervaisi, yeah.
Gervais' worm snake.
First worm snake I've ever caught in the wild.
Very nice, yes.
You can tell he's a snake, not a worm, because of these distinct scales on the belly.
And there's another giveaway. No worms have forked tongues.
Beautiful underside, isn't it?
Very nice.
He tried to give me a little nip, but his jaws are so weak, he can't break the skin. These specialise in hunting soft-bodied prey like ants and termites.
This dwarf snake is unique to the Philippines.
Let's let him go back in his burrow.
We continue our search for the Quezon blue tarantula. This is such fun. You never know what's just around the corner.
Ah, I thought there'd be bigger snakes here than the worm snakes striking at me there. Oh, dear. Oh. This is, of course, a reticulated python. Got to be careful with these. They've got sharp recurved teeth. This is the largest species of snake in the Philippines, except not here. Oh, ho, ho. I really don't want it to bite me. In these mountains, striking at the camera there, they only reached he's got the sound boom there. They only reached 3 or 4 meters in length. In other parts of the Philippines, reticulated pythons do grow much larger. The biggest ones can be nearly 10 meters long. Opening his mouth and striking all the time. Retics have got a reputation for being irritable, squeezing me a little bit. Of course, all pythons are non-venomous. They use constriction to kill their prey. So let me put him back down on the ground, if I can actually get him off me. There we go. Oh, there we go. Unwrap him, and that's put him back where I found him. I knew there'd be bigger snakes here.
We've made some great finds today, but the Quezon blue has eluded us, so we hunt for them after dark. It's warm and humid tonight, perfect for spidering. If our torches shine on a Quezon blue tarantula, it will shimmer blue because microscopic crystals in the hairs on its body reflect back only the blue wavelengths of incoming light. I really hope we see one.
Nigel, there's one. It's the Quezon blue, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, nice blue coloration. It's only found here in Quezon.
Can I have a close look at her?
Yeah, it may strike.
Yeah, she's very feisty. See the fangs there? This classic threat posture, she's raised her legs. Central and South American spiders, they turn away from you because they can flick hairs from their abdomen into the eyes of an attacker. Asian tarantulas don't have that capability. They just bite. If she did bite me, it wouldn't be much worse than a bee sting. The pain and swelling would subside after a day or so, but I don't want you to sink your fangs into me. So let her go now, Dundee.
Okay.
The Quezon blue is stunningly beautiful. There are other colourful creatures here that live at 1,200 metres or higher. The next morning, we hike into the Sierra Madres. I'm with Chris Gimbali to meet some dazzling birds that were notoriously difficult to see until Chris befriended them.
We're here.
What a beautiful place. This is where Chris can call out a really special creature. Chris is shouting, "Whiskers, whiskers." When the creature comes, you'll see why. Here he comes, a flash of brilliant red. My first view ever of a male whiskered pitter.
Look at those feathery whiskers. The pitter isn't just here for Chris's voice. There's earthworms too. His calls are the dinner bell.
This is absolutely superb. The Bangkok Kahoy Field Study Centre is the only place in the world you can get looks like this at a whiskered pitter. I'm just 30 centimetres away from one of the most elusive birds in the Philippines.
The whiskered pitter is only found on Luzon. I stay on that island to explore the diving haven of Anilao. For marine life, this is the hottest of hotspots. There's more diversity here than anywhere else in the sea. Half of the world's species of coral, for example. I can't wait to roll in. Remarkably, this area is home to nearly 60% of the world's species of reef fish. They're a feast for the eyes. I spot a fish dancing to attract customers. Cleanerests provide a grooming service for other fish, picking off parasites and dead skin. This is mutually beneficial. The wrasse gets a meal, the parrotfish is cleaned of parasites that could cause disease. While Moorish idols wait for their turn, I notice cuttlefish, a courting go. These colourful cephalopods are aptly named flamboyant cuttlefish. Two males vie for the attention of the larger female. Like many of you, one of my favourite groups of reef fish are anemone or clownfish. They're all in the same family as Nemo. There's 7 species found here. I'm in the territorial waters of saddleback anemone fish. While the adults attack me, other family members shelter in their anemone. Scientists aren't sure if they're resistant to the stings or if their mucus disguises them so the anemone doesn't sting them at all. The family have eggs, which the male aerates with his fins. When the larvae hatch, they'll float around for a week or two before finding an anemone of their own. I'm almost out of air. It's time for me to change tanks and dive sites. In the waters around Anilao, there's such a variety of reef life. You can see something astonishing on every dive. On this one, Kim, a local expert, is going to show me an exquisite miniature. There's a lone sea fan ahead of us. Before meeting Kim there, I check out a fire urchin. It has hitchhikers aboard, a zebra crab and Coleman shrimps. Shrimps keep the urchin clean. The crab eats its spines. I joined Kim at the Sea Fan. It's the home of a creature that's absolutely charming, a Pygmy seahorse. Pygmy seahorses weren't discovered until 1969. Just 2 centimetres long with impeccable camouflage, they went unnoticed until a scientist spotted one in a sea fan he'd taken back to his lab. I wouldn't have seen this one without Kim's help. Anilao's coral reefs cover an area almost the size of London. I'd love to fit in another dive in daylight, but there's not enough time for that. Bye, Kim. I have half an hour back at the beach house to chill before setting off for a night dive that should be really spectacular. I'm really excited about this. We've come to Anilao Pier. It's a world-famous dive site for creatures that move along the bottom at night. My light attracts clouds of shrimps, manna from heaven for a young lionfish. A squid joins in the feast with a flamboyant cuttlefish. The art of concealment is an important strategy on the seabed too. There's a nightmarish face looking up at me from the sand. A stargazer fish. It snapped at me. It pushes a fleshy lure out from its mouth. Wiggling the lure attracts prey within striking range. There's another hunter skimming over the sand. It's a blue-spotted ribbon-tail ray. This small ray, 35 centimetres across, is searching for mollusks, worms and crabs. When it needs to, it can do a pretty neat disappearing act. Anilao Pier is renowned for octopus. There's a good one up ahead. A coconut octopus, sheltering in an old can. I've made it blush. Coconut octopus are masters of manipulation. If there isn't any shelter to hand, they make a portable home from empty coconut shells or other debris. was a magical meeting. I wonder what delights I'll see in Anilao tomorrow. We set off early after having an exciting tip-off about an ancient mariner. In the warm waters around Anilao, I've seen some awe-inspiring animals, but there's one last surprise. We've only just heard about them. Living fossils. I've wanted to see one ever since I was a little boy. Now I will. These creatures usually live at great depth, but one was brought up in a fisherman's trap and released to return to the deep. My chance to go eye to eye with a chambered Nautilus. Distant relatives of squid and cuttlefish, Nautilus are considered living fossils because they've undergone little change for around 500 million years. They use their 90 or so tentacles to grab prey, crabs, shrimps and fish. Diving with a Nautilus is such a thrill. The beautiful shells of Nautilus have up to 30 internal chambers. The inner ones are used to control buoyancy and fill with liquid when the animal dives. The waters around Anilao have certainly delivered some wondrous creatures, but I've run out of time here. There's amphibious animals that are exceedingly rare further north on Luzon. I'm going to meet them in Isabela province, close to the town of San Mariano. In the countryside just outside of San Mariano, an ingenious plan to save the Philippine crocodile from extinction is underway at the Mabuwaya Foundation. The project leader is Dutchman Merlijn van Weerd.
Hello. Hi, sorry to interrupt. You must be
Nigel.
Merlijn.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Tess.
Meeting you. I'm Amante.
Amante.
I'm Bernard. Nice meeting you.
Bernard. What a brilliant facility.
Yeah, it is. And it's great to have you here. And we have a job for you. Would you like to work with Bernard and Amante?
Of course.
Thanks. All right. Good luck.
Philippine crocodiles hatched in the wild are brought here to grow up in a safe environment. Some of them are now ready to be returned to where they hatched.
You feel movement and then
Yeah.
dive on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there we go. That's the first one. Well caught.
When these crocs came here as babies, they were vulnerable to predators. They've been protected and well fed in captivity for 2 years now and should be able to fend for themselves. I will have the privilege of releasing one of them back to nature.
Hey! I think this is the one I'd like to release. Oh dear, you're gorgeous. Now I've got to think of a name.
I know what to call her.
Merlijn. Crocodilus mindorensis. That's
Oh,
the
wow.
scientific name, so I'm going to
Yes.
call her Mindy.
Mindy. All right.
Can you
Excellent.
check whether she can be released though?
Yeah, it looks like a very healthy crocodile. What do you say, Tess?
Yeah, very healthy and very pretty.
Let's see how long she is. Mindy. 69 centimeters.
Yeah.
Well, that's long enough. Well, she's ready for Nigel to release. Let's pack her in, Tess.
Okay, here's the tube.
She'll be safe and dark inside for the trip to Dunoy.
That's good, because Mindy and I have a long, bumpy ride ahead of us. The first hurdle, crossing the Catalangan River. Then there's 2 hours on a track with deep potholes to endure.
On a truck with a crocodile, this is the only way to go. The hammock helps smooth out our ride.
Without any mishaps, we reach Sitio Denoy, a village within walking distance of the release site. The locals here are very proud of the crocodiles that live on the outskirts of their village. Many of them help protect the reptiles. Before Mindy the crocodile is set free, Amante and I join Victorino Montanez, a community warden employed by the Mabuwaya project for his skill at finding and guarding crocodile nests.
Oh, and this is the nest, Amante.
Yeah.
So if they've hatched, you'll collect the babies and take them for rearing.
But there's no hatchlings yet.
Ah. I can see one egg gleaming white in the nest. How many do Philippine crocs usually lay?
Around 30 eggs.
No babies yet, so you'll have to check again in a week or so.
When the hatchlings are out of their eggs, they'll be given a head start in captivity.
Amante.
Yeah.
Where's the female? This is great to see a wild adult Philippine croc. The mother's been watching us while we've been at the nest. They're not very brave, like alligators and Nile crocs. They don't charge humans. But if there was a monitor lizard at the nest, she would come charging in to defend her eggs. Oh, that's lovely. Let's get away from her nest.
We're on the final leg of Mindy's journey. It's as if she knows she's home.
She's wiggling in her tube, but Dunai Lake isn't far now.
Dunai Lake.
Thanks, Amante. Journey's end for Mindy. This is the only place on the island of Luzon where you can find Philippine crocodiles.
The other population in southern Mindanao is even smaller.
Mindy is a very special youngster. Indeed, this is one of the rarest, if not the rarest, species of crocodile on Earth. There's only between 200 and 250 Philippine crocs left in the wild, which is why this conservation work is of such importance. At this age, Mindy will catch small fish and insects. She'll also swallow shellfish for calcium. As she grows older, her prey could be civet cats and water birds. They don't grow very large. 2.7 metres is the largest ever caught here, but they average around 2 metres long, about the same length as I'm tall. I really hope you have a wonderful life, Mindy. There we go. It's such a thrill returning a rare creature to the wild. Mindy seems right at home.
I really hope she survives and has babies of her own.
On this adventure in wild Philippines, I'm exploring the stunning island of Palawan. It's the 5th largest in the archipelago. It's known as the last frontier because it retains over 50% of its original forest cover. It's home to some extraordinary animals and plants.
I'll swim with vast shoals of scad and meet their predators, giant trevally. I'll visit an island of Palawan cockatoos.
A very precious parrot.
Explore a spectacular underground river and find meat-eating plants.
It's called the rat-eating pitcher plant.
I'll dive on one of the world's greatest coral reefs to meet mantas and whale sharks. For my first adventure, I travel to the northeast of Palawan to visit El Nido, the gateway to a scatter of some 45 idyllic islands with sandy beaches and limestone cliffs. The government permits resorts on some of the islands, but only if they commit to preserving the habitat and animals living here. This is Miniloc Resort. You don't have to go far for exciting marine life. In the bay right in front of the resort, I find Nemo.
There's around 28 species of anemone fish in the world. This is the false clown anemone fish, the kind Nemo was based on. In an anemone, there's a breeding pair of adult fish and 2 to 4 smaller ones. The egg-laying female is the largest and most dominant. Remarkably, if she dies, her mate will change his sex and take her place. One of the others will become the new male.
Miniloc Resort has taken some giants under its wing.
Giant clams were moved here to protect them from poachers. Water goes in and out of their siphons. The current is used for absorbing oxygen, getting rid of waste, and reproduction. These mollusks have a special relationship with algae that live within their fleshy mantle. The algae use sunlight to produce sugars which they release into the clam's bloodstream.
There's lionfish ahead. Their bright colours and flamboyant fins are to warn predators they have 19 venomous spines. It's thought they got their name because they look like the head of a lion with its mane. What a fabulous first day. Tomorrow I'll meet Miniloc Bay's top predators. Every morning there's a feeding frenzy here. I'm going to be right in the middle of it.
The bay in front of Miniloc Island Resort is famous for some super speedy streamline predators. I'm going to join them for breakfast.
Giant trevally, hunters up to 1.7 metres long, wait expectantly for chunks of fish and squid.
This is thrilling. The trevally are surging in at 60 kilometres an hour. The predators are only fed a small amount and still need to find natural prey.
There's plenty of that in the bay, and I'm soon amongst an immense shoal of oxeye scad. They gather together in their thousands during the day, but break up to hunt planktonic creatures at night.
There's something disturbing the scad. There's a giant trevally making a move. There's more than one. The predators test the scad, so they scatter. These mock charges are probably to weed out the weak or sick, which the trevally will kill with a violent body slam.
After that thrilling encounter, I'm on my way to a coral reef fringing one of the nearby islands. Like many Philippine reefs, it's home to a reptile that's critically endangered. The reef was nearly destroyed by fishing with dynamite and poison, but that's banned here now, and the corals and fish are almost back to their best. There's thousands of species here, including a brilliant blubber jellyfish. These are feather stars, a favourite food of the reptile I'm here to see. It's a hawksbill turtle. Gliding alongside a turtle is one of the best feelings in the world. Although you mustn't forget to look where you're going. I swam into a soft barrel sponge. By eating feather stars and sponges, hawksbills stop the corals being smothered by other organisms and maintain the health of the reef. Killed for their beautiful shells, over the last 100 years, the global population of hawksbills has dropped by 80%. Thankfully, in the Philippines, they're now protected. Around Minilok Resort, there are sandy beaches where females lay their eggs. There's up to 130 in a clutch. The babies in one of the nests have just hatched, and they're being given a helping hand. I'm going to join the Minilok environmental team, led by Jamie Ann DeCarves. When did they hatch?
Just this morning.
Can I see them?
Yeah, sure.
Oh. The enclosure keeps out egg thieves like monitor lizards. But now the babies have hatched, they want out. I help the team make a smooth route to the sea. Footprints are obstacles for baby turtles, so this trench will help them.
All right, we're finished.
Great, we can let them go now.
Can't wait to see them run to the sea.
It's vital the hatchlings make their own way and are not carried to the sea. Somehow scrambling over the sand helps the hatchlings imprint on their nesting beach so they know where to return to mate and lay eggs.
This is always a treat, seeing turtle hatchlings take their first swim.
They'll spend 3 or 4 years in the open ocean, then when they're about 25 centimetres long, they'll move onto reefs. I really enjoyed the hawksbill turtles, breakfast with giant trevally, and finding Nemo at Minilok Resort. But now I'm off to the capital of Palawan, Puerto Princesa. Even in the city, there's glorious creatures just a trike ride away. This is a great way to zip through the traffic. My half-hour ride through the city cost 100 pesos, just $2 US.
Thank you.
This oasis is the Butterfly Eco Garden. These flamboyant insects are always a treat.
The butterfly gardens at Puerto Princesa are a great place to catch up with some of the very special butterflies on Palawan. This is really spectacular, found nowhere else in the world. A Palawan swallowtail. This is a male with velvety black wings. There's a female over there, they're much whiter. This close, I can see the swallowtail feeding. He's unfurling his proboscis, his tongue, poking in the flowers for nectar.
There's plenty of food plants for the butterflies to lay eggs on. There's always caterpillars around.
So there's butterflies on the wing at all times of year. This spiky giant will transform into a very special butterfly.
It will metamorphose into a gorgeous creature.
only found here on the island of Palawan. It's called the yellow birdwing.
A giant with a wingspan of 12.5 centimetres.
This is a female. The males are a little smaller and more brightly coloured.
These Palawan specials are a delight. Tomorrow I'll visit one of the new 7 natural wonders of the world. The boats in this bay ferry visitors to the Porta Princesa Subterranean River National Park. I'm on the first trip of the day as I hope to meet an old friend. He's an early riser. His home has cliff views and golden beaches. The national park was designated one of the new 7 natural wonders because of stunning limestone formations and a record-breaking subterranean river. I'll explore that after my reunion with an early bird.
Here's an old friend, a Palawan peacock pheasant. He doesn't look his age, but he really is old. He's been delighting visitors in the national park for the last 18 years. Sadly, he's never found a mate. If he did, he'd call to the hen, drop food in front of the female. If she accepts the gift, then he'd go into full display, fanning out his tail and showing off those extraordinary eye spots. Look how close he's coming. He's so unconcerned by me, he's digging in the leaves for seeds or small insects. I hope that one day he will find a mate.
My friend the peacock pheasant shares the rainforest with giant predatory reptiles. You don't have to walk too far to find one.
Here's another creature that's easy to see at the Underground River National Park. This one has just woken up. It's early in the morning. A Palawan monitor, only found on this island. The monitors here are quite used to people. They allow a close approach. These giant lizards can grow to nearly 2 meters. They'll feed on virtually anything from birds to turtle eggs. See how he's investigating this leaf with his tongue.
Monitors have a sense of smell as acute as a bloodhound.
He's on the move. Beautiful. Away he goes on the prowl, tongue constantly flickering as he searches for food.
I leave the monitor lizard to join a boat at the entrance of the subterranean river. This geological splendour is home for ornithological wonders. Birds that can find their way in pitch darkness. Palawan and Germain's swiftlets.
This is wondrous. There's swiftlets all around us.
The birds are heading out from their nests deep inside the cave to hunt for insects.
This incredible clicking sound. They use those clicks to find their way around in the darkness. They have a simple form of sonar.
The swiftlets navigate by listening for the echoes of their trills and clicks bouncing off obstacles. Germain swiftlets make nests of saliva, which bird nest soup is made from. But taking their nests from here is illegal.
The underground river is truly extraordinary. It goes 8.4 kilometres into the mountain. It's the longest navigable underground river in the world.
Filipinos are proud of their country's natural wonder. The limestone formations are astonishing. They're made by rainwater containing dissolved limestone dripping into the caves over eons. This formation, the Giant Candle, is over 3 stories high.
There's a smaller, more delicate one over there they call the Virgin Mary.
I'm scanning the formations carefully because predators can hide in them.
There's a snake here, just saw the scales gleaming. Let's see if I can get it. Go. There we are. We got it. This
is a Palawan rat snake.
Oh dear. Give me a little bite here, but they're non-venomous. Lovely markings. They make a good living inside here, feeding on swiftlets and bats. Lovely to see a snake in the underground river. Oh, he bit my shirt there. Let's let him go. Back to your resting spot.
What a brilliant boat ride. Soon I'll be wading in an overground river that's close by. I meet up with researchers from the Crocodile Foundation, Dexter Alvarado and Ernie Socrates. They study rare reptiles that live in this river.
So this is how you trap them, Dexter?
Yes, just a couple drops.
And you put some bait inside?
Yes.
Oh, nothing there.
Oh, no problem.
It's a deep bit. Okay.
Oh, careful.
There we go, try.
They set their traps at 100-metre intervals.
Nothing again.
The endangered turtle here is difficult to see without traps because they prefer really murky water and never come out to bask in the sun.
Hey! Wow!
A Palawan forest turtle. Its local name is the bakoko.
It's getting out. Oh, that is beautiful. It's amazing. What a lovely head.
Dexter and Ernie collect the turtle's vital statistics.
264. Body weight 202.
Have you caught this one before?
Yes, because they have a nuts.
Oh, you can identify them because of the arrangement of notches.
Yeah. It's here.
They first met this turtle because it was involved in an international incident.
These charismatic turtles are critically endangered. 2 years ago, nearly half of the world's population was about to be smuggled out of the country to be eaten in China.
On that fateful day, the authorities raided a warehouse and seized 3,800 Palawan forest turtles. The Crocodile Foundation quickly assembled an international team to help with the crisis. Paul Gibbons and a group from the Turtle Conservancy flew in from the US. Vets volunteered to treat sick turtles. The rescue effort was coordinated by Sabine Schopp. Shell infections were treated and an enclosure was prepared for the emergency. After convalescing, 3,357 of the turtles were relocated back into the wild, including the one I met in the river. 49 couldn't be released. They were taken to the Crocodile Foundation HQ in Nara. Sabine and her team keep them in a special facility designed to provide for their every need. The turtles loathe direct sunlight, so palm frond screens keep the lighting subdued. It's hoped the turtles will mate here. They've never been bred in captivity. Sabine is charmed by them.
Even after so many years, I'm still fascinated by the coloration. It's very cute. Look at this.
The growth rate of juveniles is checked.
Let's see if it has been growing.
This data will help if the turtles do breed in captivity.
That is almost 4 millimeter in growth.
This work is vital because if there's a disaster in the wild, a captive population will provide a safety net for Palawan forest turtles.
Sabine and her team are doing everything they can to safeguard a future for the Palawan forest turtle. With their dedication, I'm sure they'll succeed.
As well as preserving these pretty turtles, the Katala Foundation help rear parrots that give their name to the foundation and even to my room here in the Crystal Paradise Resort. It's a perfect morning to meet these famous birds. Katala nest just off the coast from Nara. I'm with researchers Anna Ogulu and Joshua Nunoz. We're heading half a kilometre out to Raza Island. Fringed by mangroves, Raza is a flat platform of coral. It was made a reserve in 2006.
This is where we get off.
We're met by rangers stationed here to protect the parrots. Most of them are from the Tagbanua community.
Hello, Nigel. Nice to see you. Hello. Hi.
Okay.
They've been monitoring a Katala nest. Today's the day the chicks will be checked.
The cockatoos live in a beautiful forest, Anna.
Yeah.
This basket is a vital piece of equipment.
This is the nesting tree.
That's imposing. And the rangers climb all the way up there.
The Katala nest is 30 metres up.
Nonoi is climbing so quickly. Nearly there, right near the nest hole. The parents are making a tremendous racket. They don't know he's a protector, not a predator.
In the past, these men would have poached the baby parrots for the pet trade. Now they're helping to save them.
The first chick, and I think he's going to bring out another. Yeah. And another. There's 3 chicks, I think.
Wow.
Katala are also known as Philippine cockatoos.
Here they come. I can't wait to see them close up. Oh, look at them. They are adorable.
The babies will be checked, weighed and ringed as quickly as possible.
It's 345.
Is that a good weight?
Yes.
So these are really healthy chicks.
Yeah.
A bouncing baby.
Raised his crest there. They certainly relax very quickly, don't they? And you make these measurements on every baby hatched here?
Yes.
The next chick is less advanced, but still in good shape.
41.
Anna, how old are the chicks?
This is 1 month old.
The parents feed their chicks by regurgitating a mush of seeds and fruit. Chick number 3 soon calms down on Anna's lap.
All of the baby cockatoos get rings.
Yes.
The ring has a number, so the cockatoos can be identified.
Anna, can I put this last one back into the basket?
Yes.
Got him. This is such a privilege. A very precious parrot. In you go. There we go. Great job, guys. Vital statistics, all chicks ringed, and you've done that in under half an hour.
Yeah.
And soon they'll be back up in the nest. Well done. It was great to see you at work. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you also.
Razor Island is a great place to nest, but there's little food here, so the cockatoos must fly to the mainland for that. Katala are a welcome sight in villages nowadays. These beautiful birds are also called red-vented cockatoos.
They're busy feeding on a moringa tree that has long pods, which these cockatoos love breaking open with their beaks and their feet. Once they've broken the pods apart, they eat the black seeds inside. The Katala Foundation makes sure these trees are protected. These cockatoos used to be found on many of the islands in the Philippine archipelago. Then they became rarer and rarer. They could have been lost from here if it wasn't for great conservation efforts. Now, there's over 1,000 of them.
I must fly too. I'm going to hike up Palawan's second highest mountain, Mount Victoria. The twin peaks, each over 1,700 metres high, are often shrouded in cloud. I've come to Mount Victoria to join a group in search of special plants and animals.
This is a thrill. The expedition to Mount Victoria begins.
The hike to base camp will take 9 or 10 hours. We've a long climb with many rivers to cross on the way.
Spectacular. This is the first of 14 river crossings that we're going to do today.
I'm with naturalists William Cabanilla and Jason Savancia. They're both experts on the flora and fauna here. The team of porters are all experienced mountain men. On this ascent, we have no choice but to travel along river courses because there are no other trails or tracks up to the summit. I hope it doesn't rain. These rivers are prone to flash flooding. Attempts to reach the peak have resulted in a number of deaths. I'm glad I'm with an experienced team and thrilled that we're on a mountain range that hasn't been completely explored.
River crossing number 14. Now we're going into the forest.
The difficult route up is why Mount Victoria is so unspoilt. Few hunters or loggers make the ascent. creatures of undisturbed forest still remain on the mountain.
Oh, Nigel, frog here.
Ah, let's have a look.
Thanks, William. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This is a really special frog. It is only found here on the island of Palawan. It's called the Palawan horned frog. Just blinked then. Very fussy about the rainforest it lives in. You only find these frogs in pristine forest. He's got such a lovely face. Let's let you go now. Beautiful.
Our campsite, close to a stream, is a 2-hour scramble from Mount Victoria's twin peaks.
We just made it to the campsite before dark. That horned frog was spectacular, but there's real botanical treasures up at the summit. We're going to try to see them in the morning.
I turn in with Palawan horned frogs calling all around my tent. It's a glorious morning when we set off skywards. Jason and William are keen to show me a meat-eating shrub that caused a sensation when it was discovered only a few years ago. The carnivorous plants, there's only a couple of hundred of them, are restricted to Mount Victoria, from 1,600 metres right up to the summit. We're in the clouds before Jason finds one of the largest pitcher plants on Earth.
Oh yeah, well done, Jason. This pitcher plant is a real botanical treasure. It's one of the largest pitchers on the planet.
They can be 30 centimetres long and can contain up to 2 litres of fluid.
It was discovered in 2007 and called the rat-eating pitcher plant because a mammal was found inside one of the pitchers.
The decomposing body was in fact a tree shrew. That's still a pretty impressive catch.
Small mammals aren't a normal prey, of course. They usually feed on insects. Inside this one, there's a fly. This soil is poor, so they get extra nutrients from insects that land on the rim of the pitcher, then fall inside and are digested.
Remarkably, some mosquito larvae grow up in the pitcher plant fluid. The rat-eating pitcher plant has another claim to fame.
The scientific name of this pitcher plant is Nepenthes attenboroughii. It's named after the TV naturalist, my hero when I was growing up. This expedition to Mount Victoria has really delivered that charming horned frog, awe-inspiring scenery, and now this amazing pitcher plant. I'm heading down the mountain now to visit one of the greatest dive sites on Earth.
Tubataha is a marine park and World Heritage Site in Palawan waters. It covers 97,000 hectares. I join a boatload of experienced divers.
I am really stoked about this Tubataha Reef. It's a holy grail for anyone who loves underwater life. To explore the area, I joined the Palau Sport and other divers. The owner, David Choi, and his wife Eileen know this area like the back of their hand. They're going to show us their favourite dive sites.
David has been leading expeditions to Tubataha for 34 years. On On my first dive, I'm stunned by the sheer abundance and diversity of life. There's some 360 species of coral and around 600 kinds of fish here. This is brilliant, gliding along the reef edge with clouds of pyramid butterfly fish. This is a great place for sharks too. There's a high density of white tips.
Sharks in every direction. They're easygoing as long as you don't invade their personal space. Tubataha has one of the highest densities of white-tip reef sharks in the world.
Tubataha is renowned for stupendous shoals of fish. These are big-eyed trevally.
This is unbelievable. There can be over 1,500 trevally in a single school. They eat fish, shrimp, squid and mollusks. At dusk, the shoal will break up into smaller groups to go hunting.
We do 3 dives a day. Every one is a delight. On this occasion, Martin Lackdow is my dive buddy. We look out for each other and share sightings. I know Martin wants to see a turtle, and I'm happy to oblige. It's a handsome hawksbill snacking on sponges. Hawksbills used to be killed for the richly patterned scutes that cover their shells. Known as tortoiseshell, they were made into hair clasps and combs.
Thanks to a complete ban on the trade in tortoiseshell, hawksbill populations are on the way up.
Tubataha has 2 circular coral reefs, the North and South atolls. The ranger station is on the North Atoll. The end of an awe-inspiring first day. I can see why Tubataha Reef Natural Park is such a national treasure here in the Philippines. It's even on the largest denomination note, the 1,000 peso. It's protected by the dedicated team that live here. This is the ranger station. It's manned 365 days a year. Woe betide any illegal fishermen or shark poachers that come here. The rangers will be right on them. Tomorrow, I really hope we can see some of the bigger creatures that make Tubataha so special. To search for those giants, we leave the ranger station and head for the South Atoll, where we'll dive tomorrow. We roll in and head along the Delsan Wall. David and Eileen lead us past spectacular sea fans, a kind of soft coral. Sea fans can grow over 2 meters in height. There's shapes out in the blue. A school of metre-long blackfin barracuda. Alongside them, there's a whale shark.
Can I catch up with it?
Adult whale sharks average between 10 to 12 metres. Eileen is waiting for an animal the length of a bus. The shark is 20 metres down. I descend quickly and come right alongside.
The black patches on its skin are clusters of copepods, shrimp-like creatures that don't seem to harm the sharks. Some whale sharks return here year after year. They can live to be 100. Wow! How
first ocean giant. To be absolutely sure we get rid of any nitrogen absorbed during the dive, we'll take a 3-minute safety stop. I watch a neat trick from Jess the dive master. Jess is conjuring up vortex rings. We've travelled to the northern tip of the South Atoll to a dive site called Black Rock. There's other ocean giants here. If they're around, they'll come in from the deep water. So we tuck in at the edge of the reef. There's a cleaning station here. It's where cleaner fish pick off parasites and dead skin. Reef mantas glide in for their services. There's one now. There's another. Magnificent. Reef mantas have a wingspan of up to 5 meters. One of them has remora fish hitching a free ride. Right over my head. They are amazing. Wow! Between the feeding areas and cleaning stations, reef mantas sometimes fly underwater for 70 kilometers in a day. I've loved my time at Tubataha. Moving currents keep the waters crystal clear and cool them so there's minimal coral bleaching. It's one of the world's most important reef systems. The Philippines, a country of over 7,000 tropical islands. On this adventure, I'll meet ocean giants, spectacular sailfin lizards, and predatory primates. I'll encounter a species of shark I've never laid eyes on before, and the tallest eagle on Earth. I'm in the southern half of the archipelago, exploring Mindanao and a couple of the Visayan islands.
My first stop is the beautiful island of Bohol in the Visayas.
9 major islands make up the Visayas. Bohol is one of the smallest of these, slap bang in the middle of the chain. It's famous for the incomparable Chocolate Hills. Made of limestone and sculpted by wind and rain, there's about 1,300 of them, each between 50 and 120 metres tall. The grass that covers them turns chocolate brown in the dry season, giving them their name. As well as the unique Chocolate Hills, the island of Bohol is also famous for a very peculiar primate. It's such an icon here in the Philippines, it features on the 200 peso note. The creature is a Philippine tarsier. This forest is a reserve for them. Their scientific name is Carlito suricta, after Carlito Pizarro. Nicknamed Mr. Tarsier, he's dedicated his life to studying and preserving them.
Carlito, hello.
Yes, okay.
Mr. Tarsier, can I go and see them?
Yes.
Thank you.
If you're wondering what a tarsier is, there is one just here. They're tiny primates in the same group as monkeys, lemurs, apes, and us. They weigh the same as an average mobile phone. They're the length of a ballpoint pen. I don't want to frighten this beautiful creature, so I'm talking quietly. They've got a really acute sense of hearing. Those long clubbed fingers help give them a really good grip when they're climbing. Look at the length of the tail. That helps them balance when they're jumping. Look at that. They've got an incredible adaptation and modification of the backbone so they can twist their head 180 degrees. Just like the eyes of an owl, they're fixed in their sockets. So to look around, the tarsier has to twist its whole head. He's so cute, but that belies the fact that tarsiers are the only totally carnivorous primate. They hunt at dusk and at night.
Large insects are a favourite prey. Some smaller insects are as irritating to tarsiers as they are to us. A bush cricket. Huge eyes help the tarsier see in low light. If our eyes were of an equivalent size, they'd be as large as grapefruits. A quick bite with lance-like incisor teeth, and the meal is won. But the tarsier isn't full up yet. Its ears can move independently, so it listens to pinpoint the location of another bush cricket. A tarsier can cover 3 meters in a single bound. Got it. I hope everyone falls in love with tarsiers like I have. They need our support to stop the illegal hunting of them and the destruction of their forest home. Today, I'll search for other favourites of mine. Venomous snakes. Bohol is a brilliant place for them. There's 3 deadly species, including a pretty pit viper that I haven't seen in the Philippines before. The snake lives in forest patches and is very well camouflaged. In the village of Tugas, there's a young Filipino couple who can help me find one. Annalisa Oran and Jonik Renuko are snake aficionados. They volunteer to relocate deadly snakes from homes and gardens and are well known for doing this. They also take foreign visitors on snake hunts. Hello there. Johnny, Annalisa.
Oh, hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
Can we go snake hunting?
Yes, of course.
OK, I'll wait here.
Okay.
Thank you. We leave the village and make for a patch of forest close by. This is where Annalisa and Jonik have recently seen the pit viper I'm very keen to meet. Hello. because they guide snake lovers like me. Johnny and Annalisa know all the local snake hotspots, and they've got really good eyes.
Oh, Nigel, pit viper.
Oh, good spot. Well done, Johnny. This is a species I haven't yet seen in the Philippines, the North Philippine temple pit viper. It got that name because it used to be thought it was the same species that's found in temples in Malaysia, but it's now known to be a completely distinct kind. Laying here very calmly, confident in its camouflage, it really does blend in with the leaves. Temple vipers have a pretty mild venom. Even so, I wouldn't want to be bitten by one. It would be very painful, and I'd have swelling for a day or two. This close, you can easily see why the group get their name, pit vipers. There's a deep pit between the eye and the nostril. At the base of that, a heat-seeking organ, so they can detect the body heat of their prey or predators.
While we were with the pit viper, Annalisa had a call from a nearby town about a cobra in a garden. The snake could be killed or bite someone unless we find it quickly. The cobra was reported from this garden.
Hello, morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Annalisa asked for an update.
What did the lady say?
She said that there was a cobra at the back of their house.
Okay, and we're going to try to find it and take it away.
Annalisa and I must take care, as the commonest cobra on Bohol, the Samar cobra, can spray venom into your eyes. That's excruciatingly painful, but a bite from one is life-threatening.
So many places for a cobra to hide here. In the heat of the day, they'll find a shady spot.
This wood pile is a perfect retreat, but the cobra isn't here.
Cobras can climb, but it's not a snake. I can see up this little sapling. It is a reptile, one of my favourites. A beautiful tokay gecko. Ah, I've irritated him, disturbing. Oh, dear me. You can see the vertical pupil, just like a cat's. That, of course, opens up when they're hunting at night. They hunt cockroaches and other large insects, which is why people like having them around their houses. This is a teenager. Tokays can grow much larger than this, up to 30 centimetres or so. Like all geckos, they're very good at climbing. On their footpads, they have microscopic hairs that can hook onto any irregularity, just like Velcro, so they can even climb sheets of vertical glass. Beautiful markings. He's threatening me, gaping. But no wonder he's annoyed with me. I've disturbed his daytime siesta. I'm going to gently let the tree go so he can go back to rest.
The tokay was terrific, but we must find the cobra. And decide to check a grove of coconut palms at the back of the house. It's starting to look like the serpent has given Annalisa and I the slip.
Annalisa, just saw the snake.
Okay, okay.
It's a Samar cobra for sure. Oh.
Be careful.
I'll put my glasses on. They can spray venom as well as bite. There we are.
Yeah.
Got him. Got him, got him. It's a beautiful one, isn't it? Look at the markings.
Big one.
Oh. Oh, he's starting to spray venom, Annalisa. Oh. Look at that, he's spraying at you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, he's spraying all the time.
Oh.
It's lucky we've got these sunglasses on. It's very painful if you get cobra venom in your eyes. They're not as effective as the African spitters, but they can still spray venom quite a distance. Can you open the bag? There we go. Well done. Great. The people will be very happy.
Samar cobras are splendid serpents. Growing up to 1.4 metres long, they're unique to the southern Philippines.
For its sake and for the safety of the family, we had to remove the cobra from the house. This is a good place to release it. Plenty of water. They love feeding on frogs. The nearest settlement is about 1 kilometre away. There's nowhere completely remote here on Bohol. There's so many people. Put my sunglasses on before I get him out. Samar cobras have a very potent venom, a nerve poison, and a component that destroys tissue. So if you're bitten by one of these snakes and don't get treatment, there can be respiratory failure, and massive tissue necrosis around the bite site. They're best left alone in the fields, hunting frogs and rodents. Off you go.
I really hope there'll always be a place for Samar cobras on Bohol and the other islands where they live. My next stop is a hop and a skip from Bohol. It's another island in the Visayas group, Cebu. Cebu is almost 200 kilometres long. The village of Oslob is near its southern tip.
In Oslob, every day, hundreds of people come to meet gentle giants. I'm going to do the same.
Tourists come here for close encounters with whale sharks. That mouth is nearly 1.5 metres across. Inside there are about 3,000 teeth, but they're blunt and less than 3 centimetres long. This magnificent animal is on its way to a truly extraordinary gathering. Every morning there's a coming together of people and up to 10 of these intelligent sharks. The tourists watch in awe as the sharks wait for handfuls of shrimp. The shark sucks in seawater and shrimps, forcing the water through its gills after filtering out the food with fleshy sieve-like structures in its throat. I swim in for a closer look.
The whale sharks are free to come and go as they please, but they relish the handouts of shrimp. So this bay has become part of their feeding circuit. This whale shark is 9 metres long and weighs 8 tons. It's lucky these giants are gentle around people. Every hour, these sharks can filter around 2,000 tons of water. That's equivalent to an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
There used to be a fishery for whale sharks in Philippine waters, but shark tourism helped shut that down. I'm elated they're completely protected in the Philippines now. My next destination in the north of Cebu is the island of Malapascua. There's spectacular marine life in these waters too. One of the most famous dive sites is an hour's boat ride from Malapascua. we're heading to Gato. The island was called that because gato means cat in Spanish, and sailors thought it was shaped like a cat asleep in the sea. I'm really excited about taking a dive on Gato Island. There's some animals on the reef here that I have a real affection for. I'm hoping to find one of the ocean's most venomous creatures. There's fields of soft coral. This is a pristine reef. There's another soft-bodied animal, a Spanish dancer. This 40-centimetre sea slug flamenco dances when it's disturbed. A school of venomous creatures swim synchronously below me. They're striped catfish. The only catfish found on coral reefs, this is a group of juveniles. Adults can grow over 30 centimetres long, but rarely form shoals and mostly live on their own. Striped catfish have spines loaded with venom, so toxic, it's thought it could cause human fatalities. Just ahead, I spot the reptile I've a special liking for, a banded sea crate surrounded by curious fish. The snake moves slowly over the reef. It looks like it's hunting for prey. These predators probe cracks and crevices to corner any fish resting inside. Eels are a favourite food. Sea kraits have a venom far more toxic than a cobra's, but they're docile creatures and never attack divers, however close you get to them.
How adorable! Sea kraits are so gentle, unless you're an eel and they get close to you. Then they deliver a venomous bite that quickly causes muscle paralysis, so the struggling prey can't injure them or escape. These remarkable reptiles can dive to 80 metres and hold their breath for over 2 hours. You can see why sea kraits are one of my favourite groups of snakes. Even though they're highly venomous, if you handle them gently, they never try to bite. I hope we have as much luck with the sharks tomorrow. My chance to encounter a sensational shark I've never met before is back on Malapascua. I'm so excited. Malapascua is the only place in the world where pelagic thresher sharks turn up nearly every day. To have any chance of seeing them, I'll have to be up early. At sunrise, there's a posse of boats already in position. We're still on our way. I'm taking a bit of a risk and will wait until the other divers have surfaced for a chance to have a thresher shark all to myself. We're heading for a submerged seamount. The peak of the mountain is 30 metres below the surface of the sea. At sunrise, the sharks we're after circle around the peak. Other divers are on the way up. I hope my gamble pays off and I'm not too late. It's 45 minutes after sunrise. I'm 30 metres down at the edge of the seamount.
The threshers come into cleaning stations to have dead skin and parasites picked off by cleaner wrasse. A batfish is already using their services. Being cleaned like this helps keep the batfish healthy.
It's vital for thresher sharks too. There's one coming in from the blue. My first ever thresher shark. That long scythe-like tail is unmistakable. The shark uses the tail as a weapon, whipping it over its head to stun prey. It feels like it's looking right at me with those huge eyes. This 3.5 metre shark is pretty impressive. I was just in time. Threshers are only regular here in the early morning. It's 7 a.m. now, and the shark heads back out into the blue. Whoa! That was awe-inspiring.
I leave Malapascua and journey south to the foot of the archipelago. My next stop is on the second largest island in the Philippines, Mindanao. The province of Misamis Oriental is in the north of Mindanao. I'm visiting the town of Jasan to meet a Filipino couple who take good care of some outstanding reptiles.
Good morning, Mayan Buntag. Mr. Dale. Mrs. Dale. I've come from England to see your lizards.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Dial's house backs onto an estuary where children playing in the river are watched by spectacular lizards with fins on their tails. These sailfin lizards are only found in the Philippines. These particular ones get special treatment from the Dials. Every morning, up to 160 converge on their house. The sailfins relish the salad and fruit Alma and Rodolfo serve up for them. The reptiles are nervous at first, but they can't resist temptation.
Another one running in. This is an incredible spectacle. Sailfins are normally very wary and shy, but these ones are used to people. Sailfins are omnivorous, as well as tucking into salads and fruit. They'll also dive into the water for crabs and eat insects from riverside vegetation.
After taking the plunge, they're at ease in the water. The fins on their tails help them swim brilliantly.
This is a female sailfin lizard, pretty impressive. She's nearly 1 metre long.
With sky blue scales and a low crest.
The males are even more spectacular. There's one over there, a big crest down his back.
He also has a much larger sail, up to 8 centimetres tall. These lizards display by head bobbing and showing off their sails. After all that head bobbing, the female gives him the brush off. And then, to add insult to injury, a rival taunts him with his sail. No wonder he's deflated.
These sailfins can perform an extraordinary feat that most people associate with basilisk lizards from Central America.
Basilisks and sailfins can run on water. Large flattened toes to spread their weight help them do this. But it's not only baby sailfins that can perform miracles. Watch this. There's other remarkable creatures near the capital of Mindanao, Davao City. It's surrounded by some of the tallest mountains in the Philippines, the Apo Range. Living along the rivers here, there's fabulous flyers that are studied by Regan Villanueva. He's an expert on dragonflies and damselflies. There's around 300 species in the Philippines.
Regan, what's this beautiful damselfly here? They're flashing metallic blue.
Idotis vistalis melania.
And none of the Philippine damselflies or dragonflies have English names?
No, there's no English names for any Philippine species.
Oh, that's beautiful. And this is a courtship flight?
Yeah.
They're exquisite. Are they found anywhere else in the world?
No, this species is found only in the Philippines.
Regan, on the rock there,
Yes.
there's a dragonfly with a red spot. What species is that?
That is Diplacina bolivari.
And is that found anywhere else?
No, this species is endemic in the Philippines.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you very
It's
much.
amazing. Lovely to see all your dragonflies.
Okay.
Regan has discovered 24 Philippine species himself. I leave the mountains and head to Sasabarge Wharf, where I jump on a ferry bound for Samal Island.
Samal Island is just a 15-minute ferry ride from Davao City. On there is a colony of creatures that's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Remarkably, the animals in the colony outnumber the people who live on Samal Island by 18 to 1. The awe-inspiring aggregation is a 30-minute ride from the port. It's on an estate owned since the 1900s by the Inigo Montfort family. I'm going to experience the largest colony of Jeffroy's rosette fruit bats in the world.
I can smell them, I can hear them. Now take a look at one of the greatest wildlife spectacles in the Philippines. There's over 2.5 million Jeffroy's rosette fruit bats. Because these bats feed mainly on nectar and fruit, the smell of their guano isn't that bad. It's like a sweet-smelling perfume.
In the 75-metre Montfort Bat Cave, there's about 645 bats every square metre.
The walls are festooned with these lovely little bats.
Averaging just 8 centimetres long, these small fruit bats are important pollinators and seed dispersers. There's not enough food for them all on Samal Island. They rely on fruit trees around Davao City.
These bats provide a great service for the people of Davao City. At night, they cross the sea to the mainland, where they pollinate durian trees. So the citizens can thank the bats for a bumper crop of durian fruit.
In the late afternoon, they're ready to do their vital work. Most of them are wide awake.
Wonderful.
Soon only juvenile bats will be left in the cave. The adults, including mothers carrying newborn babies, are off to feed. In a single evening, the colony can consume 550 tons of nectar, pollinating a phenomenal number of flowers in the process. The next day, I'm back in Davao City. The HQ of the Philippine Eagle Foundation is here, and I've arranged to meet its director, Dennis Salvador.
Hello, Dennis.
Hi, Nigel. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
I have someone special I want you to meet.
Have you?
Nigel, this is Sakura. We're very proud of her.
Yeah, and how old is she?
She's 5 months old.
And she was hatched here?
Bred and hatched here, and she's the 28th eagle.
28 eagles. Talking to us. And is there any chance she'll go into the wild?
Well, not this time, because she comes from a new set of parents, and that means new genes. So we're going to keep her to join the breeding program.
So she'll help boost genetic diversity.
Right.
How many Philippine eagles are there at the foundation?
Right now we have 34 birds at the center.
34?
We suspect what we have here are about 10% of the eagles left in the wild.
Yeah. So this is very important, a sort of Noah's Ark for Philippine eagles.
Exactly.
These magnificent eagles are kept in pairs in spacious aviaries. Philippine eagles are the country's national bird. 1 metre in height, they're the tallest eagle in the world. Their broad wings are 2 metres across. In the wild, flying lemurs and monkeys are favourite prey. These remarkable raptors breed well here. There's a baby boom because all the chicks are hand-reared. To do this properly, the staff put on a puppet show. This charade ensures the chick doesn't lose its identity and think it's a human. The chicks are hand-reared because in the wild, eaglets stay with their parents for 2 years. The adults don't nest again until their youngster is independent, but in captivity, they'll lay an egg every year if the chick is removed. So hand-rearing chicks maximises the number of offspring and is proving very successful. "28 eaglets have been hatched and reared here, but the foundation also helps wild eagles. This male eaglet was found dehydrated and malnourished in Sarangani province on Mindanao. X-rays revealed a shotgun pellet, but the eaglet was nursed back to health in just a month. Manny Pacquiao, famous boxer and Filipino senator, named him Sarangani Pride after the province where he was found. Jason Ibanez, a biologist from the Philippine Eagle Foundation, is with Sarangani Pride for a final checkup before his return to the wild. The eaglet is taken to Mount Busa near Matam town in Sarangani. There's a big turnout to see his release. The celebrity has a nationwide following. Fully recovered from his brush with death, Sarangani Pride does everyone proud with a perfect takeoff. But his story doesn't end here. Sarangani Pride has a radio transmitter attached to his back, so Jason Ibanez and a research team can follow his progress. This isn't him. Other raptors live in the area too. This is a Philippine serpent eagle. But the signal is getting stronger. Sarangani Pride is close by. 3 months after his release, he's doing very well indeed. The team have watched him hunting. He's even caught and eaten a cobra. Sarangani Pride is more than an eagle. He's an icon, a reminder that many Filipinos are proud of their national bird and want to save these majestic eagles.
On my travels around the Philippines, I've met many people who want to protect the country's wildlife. The great team here at the Philippine Eagle Foundation.
On Luzon,
Hey!
Philippine crocodiles, the rarest crocs on Earth, are helped by the Mabuwaya Foundation.
Oh, and this is the nest, Amante.
Yeah.
Vulnerable hatchlings are taken into captivity.
Amante.
Yeah.
There's the female.
This mother's babies will be kept for 2 years until they're big enough to fight off most predators. Then they'll be returned to the wild.
I really hope you have a wonderful life, Mindy. There we go.
The strategy is working. There's now 250 Philippine crocodiles and counting. On Mindoro, I met rangers protecting Tamarau.
Oh, yes.
There's only 400 of these dwarf buffalo left, but conservationists are determined there'll be 600 by 2020. Just off Palawan, one of the world's greatest tropical reefs is preserved. On Tubataha today, there's 140 tons of fish per square kilometre. But not long ago, fishing with dynamite and cyanide nearly destroyed the reefs. Conservationists stepped in and worked tirelessly for their survival. Now Tubataha is a haven for hawksbill turtles and huge shoals of fish. These are yellowfin surgeonfish. There's reef mantas and whale sharks. Hopefully the majesty of Tubataha will prevail for all time. On Palawan, I joined researchers from the Katala Foundation who protect endangered parrots.
Nearly there, right near the nest hole.
Ex-poachers are enlisted to help the scientists and carefully lower down chicks from the nest hole.
Here they come. I can't wait to see them close up.
Baby Philippine cockatoos.
Oh, look at them.
Each chick is given a checkup and a ring so their progress can be monitored in the future.
They could have been lost from here if it wasn't for great conservation efforts. Now, there's over 1,000 of them.
The Katala Foundation also monitor one of the world's rarest turtles.
Hey!
The Palawan forest turtle. They protect them from poachers and preserve their habitat. Project leader Sabine Shop
It's very cute.
hopes to breed them in captivity just in case a disaster befalls the wild population. On Bohol, there's people who care about cobras. Annalisa Oran and Jonik Ranuko. I helped Annalisa save a Samar cobra.
Just saw the snake.
Okay, okay.
Oh, he's starting to spray venom.
We took the cobra to a safe habitat away from any houses. In the last 100 years, the global population of hawksbill turtles has declined by 80%. Now they're protected. I helped a team give hatchlings a smooth passage to the sea.
All right, we're finished.
This is always a treat, seeing turtle hatchlings take their first swim.
Hopefully, hawksbills have a secure future in the Philippines. But the future of the country's rainforests isn't as promising. Over 70% has been clear-felled already. What remains gives shelter for the Palawan horned frog.
He's got such a lovely face.
And the fabulous Palawan peacock pheasant.
He will find a mate.
Forests provide shelter for the peculiar Palawan porcupine too. They're vital for whiskered pitters.
I'm just 30 centimetres away from one of the most elusive birds in the Philippines.
And tarsiers.
If you're wondering what a tarsier is, there is one just here. They're tiny primates.
The forests are crucial for all these animals.
During the filming, I've met many of the creatures here. They're all so special. I really hope they prosper so future generations can be thrilled and inspired by them.